Somebody hit him!
Yeah! Oh, it's going down! Is it down?
It's down. It's down.
It's down!
They're talking about the food. That's what they're talking about. None of them are going to tribal council first. We're going to tribal council first.
Tinda, welcome to our first tribal council.
I didn't want to be here. I don't think any of us did.
First person voted out of Durham Warriors 2017. Talk about. It's your first time here. A lot has happened since we came into the game on Thursday, Dan. What's your thoughts going into the first tribal?
Oh, wow. First tribal is always pretty scary. I didn't want to be here. I don't think any of us did. This is a great tribe. Everyone here is great in challenges, lovely to work with, great to be around. Whoever goes home, it will be a heartbreaker. And of course, you know, I always have the feeling that I'm gonna get that Judas kiss and be on my way, but we'll see.
Tricia, a lot of different combinations of people. We had the initial group, we had men versus women. What's the deciding factor right now in how this vote's gonna play out?
Yeah, it's been tough because we've formed so many different relationships with different people, and we came into this tribe, there were a number of people I didn't know, so it was a lot of talking and scrambling and trying to figure out who you could trust and who you could work with, just make sure you're on the good side of numbers.
So Nick, you heard a couple of opening comments. Where do you stand in terms of how you're going to form your vote? Is it based on what you've seen of them when they were with you? Is it based on what you think they can do with you going forward? How are you looking at it?
Yeah, I'm looking at all sides of it. I just want to go with the group that I feel most comfortable with going forward. The people that I think, will stay loyal and can make it to the end together.
Abby, the men went out on a reward yesterday. It was kind of odd because some of these guys were already part of your tribe, but yet they went off by themselves. How did that go back at camp with the win?
It always makes me nervous when half the tribe and a single sex goes off and potentially be having their own conversations. But we felt, a nice time. We just kind of bonded more with the relationship standpoint and chatted. And it's nice to hear how that reward met with that.
Steve, same question. You guys were out on the boat having a good time. They were back at camp. Any worries that somehow any of these new relationships are already in jeopardy?
Of course. I got back to the camp, and this morning I saw leaves had been moved. Who knows what you guys hid there, and who knows what anybody found. So, yeah, being away from them and knowing that they had full run of the camp, of course it makes you worry. We wouldn't be playing the game if we weren't worried.
Sunday, you're the only survivor on this group. Do you think that's going to factor into this vote?
it possibly could. I hope that it doesn't. I'm a valuable person to have around. I'm loyal, and I'll stick with my people if they keep me here.
Nick, what's your thoughts? Do you feel nervous when this vote's coming, or do you think this is going to be a pretty straightforward vote?
I mean, I don't think you should ever feel safe when you go to a tribal council, no matter if you think you're on the right side of the numbers or whatever. Anything could happen. So, no, I am still just as nervous as everybody else.
Katie, the obvious question. We started yesterday, men and women. You're going in 4 and 4. Is that going to play into this vote?
I think all of the groups are playing into this vote. It's not just about the women, it's not just about the men, it's also about all of the relationships we built on the other switch-ups as well as this current one. I think it's a big blend, and it's about the people that you're most comfortable with moving forward with.
Okay.
Okay. If this goes right, it's going to go really right. If this goes wrong, they just lost the game for themselves.
If this works, we're set up. If it doesn't, I'm screwed.
Okay. This is called hashtag the jig is up. That's the name of this episode.
I'll go tally the votes. Dan, 1 vote Sunday, 1 vote Dan. Dan, 2 votes Dan, 1 vote Sunday. Dan, 3 votes Dan, 1 vote Sunday. Dan, 4 votes Dan, 1 vote Sunday. First person voted out of Durham Warriors 2017, Dan. You need to bring your
I feel bad for them. They made the wrong choice. I know I played too big, but they're going to be played really hard by all the survivors, and it's going to be bloody. I don't know if I want to watch all of it, but you know, I guess it'll happen as it happens. I warned them. I've always been sort of a Cassandra. People either listen or they don't. And I'm not the easiest person to read. I have a language of my own, and I have to learn how to let people decipher that, and I think that they got scared because they couldn't, because I was playing hard.
Yes. Tribal immunity up for grabs. Only one of you will walk away with tribal immunity from this challenge. Another 2 of you will have a date with me at Tribal Council. For this challenge, you're gonna each have to sit out. 1 member can say up down to 7, so you'll have to decide who's gonna do that. What you're gonna be doing is dividing your 7 into 2 teams of 3 and 1 puzzle solver. The 2 teams of 3 will be operating this wheel. 1 of you will be standing up there, the other 2 will be pushing using the side panels. The person that's standing here cannot use their hands to touch the sides or touch the people that are pushing. If you do, you'll be told to get down off the wheel, come back, remount, start again. Each team of 2, each of the teams of 3, will go out and gather 2 of your colored bags. In the bag are puzzle pieces. You can go to any one of the 4 stations. Once you get your puzzle pieces, you'll be dropping them off with your puzzle solver over at the table. You have to do a handoff. You cannot throw it to your puzzle solver. Once the pieces are with your puzzle solver, they're safe. So it's your choice. You can come out, get 1 bag, drop it off at your puzzle station, go and get the other one and drop it off. Or you can get both. But remember, if you fall off, your bags go back. You'll have to retrieve them over again. So you can play it risky, you can play it safe, it's up to you.
And you have to go back to the start.
Go back to the start. If any point in time you fall off, you drop the bag, if you make an illegal touch, rider will step down, you'll roll the wheel back, remount behind the line, and start again. Survivors ready! Go! Definite learning curve, getting the feel of this. Carolyn's on.
Nice.
We're on a hill. No, it's not a hill.
It's the wheels. The wheels are outlined. It's going to do that every time. Your quads are going to be burning. It's going to do that every time.
Okay, making a right turn, heading to the 4 barrel. Bethany, Katie, Carolyn riding for their teams.
Once we get the bag, we have to ride to the thing.
Yeah. Hang on. Let's get through the ranges.
There you go.
Race.
Hold on. Back it up a little.
Good talk.
Okay. Wait. Go ahead.
All of them trying to figure out a rhythm between the pushers and the riders.
There you go, Mama C. Next time, girl. Doing great. Okay.
Okay, starting to take.
Okay, let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Carolyn's got the first set.
Wait, don't go yet. No, you do well.
Yes, Mama C. Whoa.
There you go. Good.
Hang on.
Yeah, right. Very cool.
That two's close to the barrel in their second bag.
Long way to go. As soon as we touch the barrel, then you hang
Okay, hold on. I can reach it right now.
No. Okay, you got it.
They've got their second bag.
Okay, now.
Very.
Tinda has to adjust to get past the barrel.
Going, Tinda. Yeah.
Katie's got second bag for Tinda.
I think you need to try and pull this up. I need it? Yeah. Good? Can you reach from this angle? Okay. Okay, we're going down on my side, so we're going to go slow.
Slow, guys.
So 1 inch at a time. 1 inch at a time.
Let two getting close to their handoff.
Going down, right?
Okay, stop just for a minute.
Okay.
On the handoff, how does she have to hand them off?
They both have to touch. You can't toss it.
You can't toss it.
Good? Can we knock this out of the way?
They have it.
Good job, Carol. What should we do? Really abrupt turn.
Wait, hold on.
Careful, guys.
What do you think we should do to get
I
out
think
of
we
this?
should roll it. Hold on, let me just see if I can reach it.
Let two hands off the first bag. And the second. Hop it up. Look, Katie. Tinda's got their first two bags.
Doing great, Susie.
They've making some progress, but it's
All day, baby.
Laura, Ray J, and has the third bag for Weston.
Awesome, Dave.
Okay, pivot me, but keep, don't.
Fold back a little bit.
Oh, seriously, you got plenty of time. Hold on, Laura.
Tinda's stuck behind wet tube.
Good.
They still trying different combinations.
No.
Oh no!
Back.
Okay, good news. Good news. We're not going to lose. Let's pull this thing out.
Good job, guys. You're almost there.
Great, Dave. Yes or no?
Yeah, but it's not crushing it.
Okay, I'm gonna reach for it. Do you think, or maybe one more on Steve's
more.
side?
One more
and
on
then-
my
That's good. No, not yet. It's got to be sort of like. Do you have a silver bullet? I can't reach that.
Okay.
So actually, I think you might need to roll a little bit here.
The problem
because
is
then
that,
the
yes.
wheel's too high.
All right, let's roll.
Let's roll.
Okay, do it slowly.
Very,
We
very,
haven't
very
done that at
slowly.
all.
We're gonna run into the vlog. Can we pivot a little on my side, Steve? I'm gonna pivot backwards, okay?
Oh, wait a minute. What are you doing?
I'm
wait,
pivoting. I'm moving to my
gonna move
right,
backwards.
so you're backwards.
Wait, tell me what that means. Like,
So
going
I'm
forward,
picking this,
kinda? Yeah.
picking up this, and shifting over here.
Okay, so it's kind of like Steve going forward.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Ready?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Good.
Let's not do that again.
Okay.
We will.
Now
Ready?
we can roll a little bit.
Slow roll.
Okay, stop.
Got it. All the way to
No, I think it's there.
Yes. Wait. Yes. Wait.
I know, but
You're almost there.
Keep an eye on the
Yes.
Yes, I've been watching.
Okay,
And I
wait.
just have to read.
Hold on.
So, now, look at, remember, you're going through sand now, so the balancing is going to be different. All right, wait.
there I go.
Jess.
I'm going. Solid?
Tinda getting very close with their final 2 bags of pieces.
I'm gonna go.
Good job, you guys. You're almost
Wait,
there.
wait. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, we can reach now.
Try it.
Don't risk it. We can do one more if we need to.
Third bag. Fourth bag.
Awesome job! Awesome! You got it!
Rest those quads.
You got this. You got this.
Go ahead and you're afraid of falling. Don't. Fall 15, 20 times. Start 15, 20 times. And 21st time, you'll zoom around this stuff and you'll have it. What's happening is our learning curve is so slow right now. Let's just get in there and make this thing happen. Fall, come back and do it again.
I'm up for whatever you guys want. Whatever you
I mean, at this point, we have to try something different.
It slows back.
Because,
If you're last one,
and we're still in it, so let's go.
Keep going.
We got this.
Trisha's playing with the last two pieces. It's very close. Are they right? Nate wants to know too.
Your choice.
Slower. Damn it.
There it is. Trisha wins immunity for Tinda.
Nice. Nice job.
Thank you. Good job.
Oh, man.
Somebody help with the flag. Wentu, welcome to your first tribal council. I'm sure none of you want to be here, but it's an inevitable part of the game. Mike, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts? There's been a lot going on over the last few days. You just got out of a challenge. All of a sudden you're in tribal council. How are you feeling right now?
Well, not good. There's 5 of the original tribe over there, only 3 of us from my tribe. So we're down in the numbers, and the girls ranked me 12th out of the 12 guys, so I'm not feeling all that well here.
That's okay.
So Mike's point to a couple things. We had 3 different configurations. We had a Thursday night group, we had men versus women, and now you're on a new tribe here starting the day today. Kayla, how do you determine which of those is the most important in terms of where does your alliance stand? So is it trust going forward? Is it alliances already built? Laura, is it challenge performance? What is the criteria right now for this group?
It's really a combination of everything. We just don't want to be here again, so we're hoping whatever we can do to avoid sitting here, whether it's trust, challenge, anything, we're going to vote that way.
LJ, I'm going to come to you because this tribe has 3 survivors on it. You're still a minority, but you've got more weight here probably than on the other tribes. How does that play into where the vote's going to go?
I think as far as the survivor structure, in reality, yeah, we might have all played a game, but that is just as common as me being a man and John being a man and Carol being a woman. Because in actuality, these fans that come here and support this event and have been here before are actually the more structured survivors and veterans to this game. So we're just guests to play. It's not necessarily that we're bonded because we're targeted or whatnot. I think we have a nice cohesive group as a whole, and as far as us being survivors, hopefully is irrelevant.
Carolyn, strong performance from you in that last challenge. Obviously, you're out here to win. How do you feel coming into this first vote as someone who's played the real game of Survivor? Is that a target, or is that something you might be able to use to your advantage?
Well, I think we're here to win against the other people. So we're here to play hard. We're here to get our mindset in the game, and I love my team here, and we're here to play together.
Okay. Jessica, Mike mentioned 5 down here versus 3 others. Is that an accurate read on how you're coming into this first vote?
Well, I think that's kind of an accurate statement. I mean, I don't see that, but I mean, outside looking in, people think that Acorn might be in control of this group. So, from the outside looking in, that would probably be a fair assessment.
Wayne, is there a clear-cut leader on this group, or how are decisions being made?
A single leader? No, we've all kind of taken roles, whether it's gathering firewood, whether it's making fire, whether it's setting up camp. We've all kind of worked together, picking out orders of challenges. We've all worked together. I don't know if there's anybody that we've really turned to. It's not like we're going to turn to just the survivors, because we've all kind of figured out stuff too. So, I mean, it's yeah. I don't think there's any one person. Or maybe I'm baffled. Maybe I'm completely out of the loop, and I'm going to get hammered here in a second. But I don't think there's any one leader that I'm aware of.
John, as a third survivor here, kind of same question. How do you feel coming into this? Is this a target on you because you played? LJ made a case that shouldn't be the case, shouldn't be a criteria, but how do you see it?
Well, I'm going on a picnic, and I'm going to bring. As you can tell, you know, we're all pals. I mean, we're having a good time out here playing an awesome game, and it might not be appropriate. Could we give a shout out to all these people up here? Hey guys, let's do it after these guys, huh? Y'all know what makes it possible. These guys are what's possible. But honestly, John, I agree with everything everybody said. We're a cohesive group of people. Our target is the other teams, not us. You know, obviously, whatever votes are cast today, somebody will have the most. It might be me, it might be somebody else, but you know, I hope that you know, the 7 of us that are left will pick up and, you know, represent the next challenge. And so, relationships good all around, I'd say.
All right, John.
Okay, with that, it's time to vote.
All right, I have to vote for you here, my dear friend. Didn't want to do this, but 4 guys said if I vote for Laura, I can stay in the game. Trying to stay in the game. And I'll see you on the other side. You did great in that challenge. I really appreciate your effort.
I'm sorry, you're a great guy, but you're, I guess, the least cohesive of the group right now, so we're just going on that alone. Love you.
Okay, so we're gonna have to get a little tricky here because we need some insurance.
Yeah, as soon as you can stay focused.
Steve's got one now.
Made a last minute gamble.
I feel like everyone else likes it in tribal.
I'll go tally the votes.
This is all I do.
Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave tribal council area immediately. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol, now will be the time to show it. I'll read the vote. First vote. Mike. Laura. 1 vote Mike, 1 vote Laura. Mike. 2 votes Mike, 1 vote Laura. Wayne. 2 votes Mike, 1 vote Wayne, 1 vote Laura. Mike. 3 votes Mike. Second person voted out of Durham Warriors 2017. Mike.
Good job, Mike.
Good job, Mike.
Mike, Travis spoken.
Yay, Mike!
Unless I reflect. Now, okay, there was a time when I first got the men's tribe flag that I had spotted a note in a shell on the hanging from the tribe flag, but we didn't have time to grab it because we were going to the challenge, and so I was trying to wait for another time. But next time I looked at the flag, it was gone. The shell was gone. That's why I think LJ might have that. Yeah, we felt good about the tribe that I had the first night. You know, we said, oh, we'll be strong to the end because we got broken up. You know, all those tribe switches make it hard to keep your alliance. So I think that there's definitely some luck involved there. You know, but you got to make your own luck. You know, I really should have just grabbed that bag off of the flag tribe, and so what? You know, I grabbed it. You know, instead of trying to be sneaky and come get it later.
Yeah. Hey, that's whatever we had to lose. So.
Yeah. Right. You know, I mean, that's the way you got to play these things. And people have gotten other things. I saw that John got the legacy advantage. So he's got that in his pocket. Somebody handed LJ a rock and they took it back. I don't know what that was. That was while we were just walking up the before voting type of thing.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so I just assume there's other advantages in the game. I'd like to see if an idol comes out somewhere.
All right, update. I know you don't want to be here, but you had to come at some point. A lot of stuff to talk about. You have a group that you started with on Thursday. You had men versus women. Now you have this configuration of 8. Alex, how does that all figure into this first vote?
I think this is a really great group of 8. So you have to play the game with the tribe you're with. There's no point worrying about who you were with or who you think you're going to be with in the future. It is what it is.
Susie, 2 survivors, you and Adam. How does that figure into how these guys are going to come up with the first vote?
Okay, repeat it again.
How does it? You and Adam are the only survivors out here. So is that going to be a big factor in terms of how this first vote goes down?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's not enough, Susie.
That's enough.
Liza, the men go out on a reward last night. It gets kind of weird because some of these guys who are your tribe mates now leave. What's that like back at camp with the women, knowing the guys are off there, but yet they're still part of your tribe?
Well, I think it was all right. Susie's a really good storyteller, so you have to listen to her talk a lot, which is a good thing. And you know, I got to get to know the girls even more better than I did from the whole day.
Dave, have to ask about it. It's a really tough puzzle. You stepped up and took the lead on that. Tinda comes back and wins. Does that put a target on your back?
Well, I think it puts a target on my back, but not just that. I came into this tribe having never met any of the women before. So that put a target on my back from the first second. The men knew a lot of the women. You have 2 survivors who knew each other. So I had a target on my back as the minority of 1 coming in. I knew I was at risk, so I said, I'm going to own my own destiny. I did help them with a hack to be able to do the challenge better with the bare feet. So that gave us about a 30-minute lead, which in case you guys didn't notice, didn't help me enough. So with their target on my back, I think it's as big as this tribal council right now.
Bethany, kind of the opposite end of the spectrum. You were great out there on that. Did that solidify your spot with this group? Do you think you needed to show something?
I think that every time we're out there, we want to compete. So I was just happy that we were able to give Dave the time that any time that we wanted to give him, we could give him.
Adam, you come in obviously as a survivor winner. Then you get ranked the strongest competitor out there. Does that feel good, or does that say, hey, man, maybe I don't want all that attention?
Well, it's nice, but I think it was proven immediately wrong when LJ held up like 6,000 pounds or whatever, and like immediately later. I know I certainly could not have done that. But there is like, the heart starts to beat a little bit faster as you walk back into tribal council. And I walked in here and I was like, oh God, I'm starting to get a little bit of flashbacks. What did I get myself into?
Yeah, exactly.
Candace, how do you look at this first vote? You got to feel a little bit of all those swaps. How do you vote with this group that you're with now? Is it based on who's going to help this tribe win going forward, or where are my alliances in terms of who I already know?
I think this is an amazing group of 8 people. I've gotten to know an incredibly amazing people over the last 2 days. I'm thankful for that. These people are incredible. Voting any one of them out is just the wrong decision. We shouldn't be here. We have to do what we have to do, and I think we have some sort of a consensus, and we're a great team.
Austin, you agree with that? You mentioned a consensus. Are you feeling that, or are you feeling like there might be something else going on?
I mean, you always got to be a little nervous going into tribal, but I think that our tribe has been very real with each other from really the first minute, and I feel really good about how we all feel going forward, even the person going out, and we're going to do what's best for the tribe.
Sure. The tribe is pretty much saying that Susie is volunteering to leave. I will tell you up front, I don't believe her, guys. I think you're setting me up for a blind side. I think you guys are phenomenal actors. I don't believe it.
No,
but
you're not.
It's okay.
No, you're not.
Not for the reasons you
All right, it's time to vote.
Coming into this, you weren't the person I expected to meet. You weren't even maybe the person that I thought I wanted to meet, but you are definitely the person I'm most glad I met so far.
I learned a lot from you, and I really hope you're not playing us.
I'm going to tally the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time.
So after the challenge, LJ came up to me and asked if I thought I was in trouble. I said yes. I said, "Do you have an idol?" LJ did have an idol.
Not yet!
But LJ did not give it to me.
Oh. This is a rock.
Yeah, you did. That was good.
That was well played.
I'll read the votes.
You're going to go down? Give him a shot.
Yeah.
First vote, Susie.
Oh, no.
That was
Yeah.
Adam. Susie. 2 votes Susie, 1 vote Adam. Susie.
He's got a heart on
3
it,
votes
too.
Susie.
Aw.
Susie. 4 votes Susie, 1 vote Adam. Third person voted out of Durham Warriors 2017.
First and second.
But yeah, I guess I feel like you really got it. Your goal when you're playing this game is to try to be as social as you can, and that's what's going to hurt some of these kids. And you know, like Mike, I love Mike, and I know he was gone, but he was not really a social person. It was me trying to talk to him when we were together first. And I'm like, man, you have to really talk to him. Get to know people. Like, I could see LJ winning. I could see Adam winning for sure because he's got great social skills and he's competitive, so he does really well. Mama C, she's really out there. She's really wanting this. I think she could do it too. So yeah, I do think it's right.